Hi, everybody. My name's Taylor, and I have chosen to talk about the LGBTQ community. For those of you that don't know, that stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transsexual, and the Q is often interpreted, however you want, whether you're queer or you're questioning your sexual identity or your sexual preferences or how you identify yourself. What made me choose this group of people is I just felt like these people were the odd man out. They were, they're viewed as different, but they don't get the publicity and the issues that everybody else gets. And they're just not recognized as often and as much until recently. So I thought this would be a good project to do. When it came to picking my assignment and what to write about, you want to fight for your rights. And just because you are part of the LGBTQ community doesn't make you less human. And the quote I put on the screen there says, and that is why gay rights are human rights and human rights are gay rights. You shouldn't have to fight for, specific rights because you're gay. Let's talk about marriage. It's not until recently that marriage has been allowed to be, same sex. Up until recently, they had to fight for it. And, being partners with somebody, it has only been legal in certain states until recently. They live their life different than we do. Everything is a constant fight. It's a constant battle. You don't have to think twice about holding your loved one's hand when you walk down the road. You don't have to think twice about, going to the bathroom. But for these people, they do. And it's something that we can't understand. But I feel like if we can educate, learn how to recognize these problems, it's going to be better for everybody in the long run. Now, it's taken this long to get here in the first place. For instance, 55% of the United States is okay with gay marriage, yet they're still fighting for their rights. In a recent national survey, 1/4 of all people of the LGBT community reported at least one type of police misconduct, whether that was harassment, physical assaults, accused arrest. And then when you break it down even further into the diverse community, whether you're African American, Asian, biracial, they were 5 times more likely to be asked, stopped, and questioned about their identification and their immigration status than those of the white community. So not only do we have to deal with the, diversity complications of being gay or trans or bisexual, now they also have to deal with being African American and gay or Asian and transsexual. There's just a stigma placed on them, and I don't know how to stop it. I feel bad for these people. Just constantly living in a state of fear almost, not knowing if they're being targeted because of their sexual preference, if they're being targeted because they look like an easy scapegoat. It's frustrating. In 2015, the Supreme Court finally ruled that same-sex marriages were unconstitutional, so they're still fighting for their rights even to this day. Donald Trump administration has banned transsexuals to be in the military. He has tried to abort Obama's laws, making same-sex marriage legal. So it's something that goes up and down with them. Who knows? 2 years from now, maybe it's going to be legal. 2 years from that, it might not be legal. I don't understand, what we need to do as a community to pull together and give these people the resources that they need to keep going. I think I accidentally skipped a slide, but I don't want to have to start over. But one thing that I would like to also talk about is, how we view the LGBTQ community. And I have myself struggled, with my misconceptions. And it was only until recently, I was sitting at a bar with my friend, and she has a lot of trans friends. And, I am a mother. And I was questioning things. And one of my major concerns or questions to her was, if you're a trans man, that means you identify now as a woman. So do you use the women's bathroom or the men's bathroom? And I said, I don't know how comfortable I would be with that. But that's the issue. That is what I noticed the problem was. Why am I uncomfortable? Think about them. She explained to me that, these people live in fear every day. Think about them. Think about how scared they are to go to the bathroom. What bathroom are they supposed to choose? And, that really just kind of hit me in the face, like, what, you're right. And, I've had to readjust my way of thinking with the LGBTQ community, and I will advocate for them and, fight for them because they need more voices. Another thing that I read during my research for this project was, high school, middle school. We teach our children at a young age, and we see from various Facebook posts, TikToks, whatever, social media is so big right now that, this hate and discrimination and racism isn't something that we see when we're little. A little kid doesn't see his friend black. He doesn't see his friend holding another boy's hand as weird and awful. Is something that we grow into. So I feel like if we can cut to that age group and educate them and teach them, some people are going to be different, and it's not just your skin color that's going to be different. You might have a friend who wants to be married to another boy. You might have a girl who, thinks she's not a girl, and normalize it. Because I feel like if we can start at a young age and normalize, just different doesn't mean different color. Different means how you identify with yourself, how you feel. And just because our views are different doesn't mean you're any less of a person. I read something about, high school dances. We all look forward to our high school dances. But so many schools have bans on, same-sex couples going to a dance together. So 16, 17 years old, and we're already discriminating against them and telling them you can't do this. And that sets the path for them. I hope you all enjoyed my video. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the discussion board. And I look forward to looking at the rest of your presentations. And I've had a great time in this class so far this semester. Thank you.